Hi everybody, it's JoJo, and I'm here to do a cute little ASMR bedtime story time video. So this is going to be a video just reading you guys a story. I'll show you the story in a second, and I'm going to be just like talking in this voice. I'm not going to do an ASMR voice because I don't have the ASMR microphone thing. So there's really no point to doing that because if I whisper, you guys aren't gonna hear me. So I'm just gonna talk here. I'm not gonna talk loud. I'm just talking like this. And because you guys were requesting me doing a story time and like ASMR, just talking to you guys because you guys like the sound of my voice. So I want to, make good on it, and I'm gonna read you guys a story. So this is right before bed. This is like, 10 o'clock at night. This is like you showered, you brushed your teeth, you're in bed, and I'm about to read you your bedtime story. That's what's gonna happen. I have on my pajamas too, so you guys get comfortable, put your pajamas on. Because I have my pajamas on. I have this cute little velour two-piece pajama set from Inc. Macy's, and it's very comfortable. It's really, really comfortable. It feels so good. I have on my tea in my I don't know if I can show you this. Let's see if I can. My Daisy Duck tea mug. So this is just tea, Lipton tea with honey. You guys know I love my tea with my honey. So I have that here. I'm gonna put on some cream. Tonight I'm putting on Tutti Frutti Candy by, of course, Bath and Body Works. So yeah, let me know what you guys, if you guys like this idea. I have so many, so this thing, I'm not a big reader, but I do as a kid, I did read, and I had a lot of books. I have so many books here on my bookshelf behind me, like on my, bedside. Like my bookshelf is like behind my bed. And, I have a lot of books. I have so many different books, and, this does smell really good. I love that lemon note in it. It's so good. Okay. So yeah, but in the middle of the story, I'm gonna be sipping my tea and throughout the story or whatever. So this is the book I'm reading to you guys. So this is the Tales of Uncle Remus: The Adventures of Brer Rabbit, as told by Julius Lester, illustrated by Jerry Pinkey. So this is the picture in the front. So this is based on a cartoon back in the day, and also, so I got this book in Disney World. So I think I got this at the Splash Mountain gift shop in Disney World at Magic Kingdom. So Splash Mountain, sadly, is closed down now. You can't. There's no more Splash Mountain because of the controversies. I'm not going to talk about it here, but if you want to, you can read about it. So they're making the ride Princess and the Frog now. But I love Splash Mountain. Like I'm gonna miss it because Splash Mountain was my favorite ride, and they're gonna change it because of the controversy. But this book is based on the ride. So I love it. I love it. And there's a picture in the back. You can tell I got this in Disney World because look at the price. This book was $20. A mess. So it's really cold tonight in New York City. Really, really cold. So, and this is nice when you're sick, read a nice little book when you're sick and you're not feeling well. This is a good book to read. It's a fun book, it's like, it's about a rabbit, a bunny, but it's not as kiddish. Because I remember reading so many passages of it. Of course, I'm not gonna read you the whole book, but I'm gonna read you some passages here and there and show you the pictures in here too. So yeah, so let's get started. So, okay. Actually, let me take one sip of tea before I start, girl. Oh, it's so warm and sweet. So good. Okay. Let's start. So the hair-raising and hilarious adventures of Brer Rabbit. This is the little summary in the beginning. Okay, have delighted young and old for generations. Now, master storyteller Julius Lester makes these immortal tales speak again in a voice that is at once contemporary. You can tell I haven't picked up a book in a long time. Is at once contemporary and timeless. Whether Brer Rabbit is kicking Brer Fox's tar baby, persuading Brer Wolf to be burned in a hollow log, or sneaking into Mr. Man's garden, the lovable trickster's indomitable spirit lives for contemporary readers and listeners as Julius Lester carries on the black folk tradition that produced the tales. And Jerry Pinsky's lively, humorous, and detailed full color and black and white illustrations reveal new dimensions of this award-winning artist's talents. Okay, so where is... Okay, so there's the introduction and stuff. I'm not gonna read like even the... Like I know this is about the bunny, the rabbit going on adventures. Okay, so let's read. It says, Brer Rabbit comes to dinner. Okay, so there's like little passages here in the book. Like little... And then there's pictures too. This is right from the ride. Because I know like these animals were trying to kidnap the rabbit, Brer Rabbit, and like eat him or something, but you know, of course they don't end up doing that, but okay. So let's start, girl. So it took Brer Fox a while to recuperate, but that gave a lot of time to scheme and plan on how he was going to get Brer Rabbit. The very first day, Brer Fox was up and about. He sauntered down the road. Coming toward him looking as plump and fat as a Christmas turkey was Brer Rabbit. Just a minute there, Brer Fox said as Brer Rabbit started to walk past without speaking. I'm busy, said Brer Rabbit. I'm full of fleas today and got to go to town and get some ointment. This won't take more than a minute, Brer Fox answered, falling into step beside him. All right, what's on your mind? Brer Fox gave a sheepish grin. Well, Brer Rabbit, I saw Brer Bear yesterday and he said I ought to make friends with you. I felt so bad when he finished with me that I promised I'd make up with you for the first chance I got. Brer Rabbit scratched his head real slow like, all right, Brer Fox, I believe Brer Bear got a point. To show you I mean business, why don't you drop over to the house tomorrow and take supper with me and the family? Next day, Brer Rabbit helped his wife fix, oh, I didn't know he had a wife. Okay, so helped his wife fix up a big meal of cabbages, roasted ears, and sparrow grass. Long about supper time, the children came in the house all excited, hollering, here come Brer Fox. Brer Rabbit told them to sit down to the table, mind their manners, and be quiet. He wanted everything to be just right, so everybody sat down and waited for Brer Fox to knock on the door. They waited a long time, but no knock came. Are you sure that was Brer Fox you saw coming off the road? He asked his children. We sure. He was drooling at the mouth. No mistake, that was Brer Fox. Brer Rabbit got out of his chair very quickly and cracked the door open. He peeped one of his eyeballs out. He rolled his eyeballs from one side of the yard to the other until they stopped on a bush that looked like it was growing a foxtail. Fox's tail. Brer Rabbit slammed the door real quick. Next day, Brer Fox sent word by Brer Mink that he had been low down sick the day before and was sorry he couldn't come. To make up for it, he should be pleased if Brer Rabbit would take supper with him that very same evening. When the shadows were at their shortest, Brer Rabbit went over to Brer Fox's. He scarcely set one foot on the porch when he heard groaning from inside. He opened the door and saw Brer Fox sitting in his rocking chair, a blanket over his shoulder, looking like death eating soda crackers in the graveyard. I don't know what that means. Brer Rabbit looked around and didn't see any supper on the stove. He did notice the butcher knife and roasted pan on the counter, however. Looks like you plan on having chicken for supper, Brew Fox. Nothing was wrong. Seems like I can't eat chicken no more. Nowadays. A minute later, Brew Fox come out of the porch looking as healthy as a rat in a tuxedo. Brew Rabbit stuck his head out of the bushes and said, I leave you some calmus roots right here. Brew Fox, you ought to try it with your chicken tonight. Brew Fox leaped off the porch and took off after Brew Rabbit. But that rabbit was halfway to Philly, New York. But Brew Fox's touched the ground. All Brew Fox had for supper that night was a sandwich. Okay, so that was one passage. I wonder if this is all about Brew Rabbit and him trying to, the fox trying to kill the rabbit the whole time. This is a nice picture. It's pretty. Splash Mountain is, I love Splash Mountain. It was my favorite ride ever. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. And there's some pictures without color. Okay, let's try to find something here. So, and the little girl, Brer Rabbit goes back to Mr. Man's garden. This is another pretty picture here. Okay, so I'm going to read this passage. Brer Rabbit goes back to Mr. Man's garden. Mr. Man's garden was too delicious looking for Brer Rabbit to leave alone. And anyway, it wasn't right for Mr. Man to have all them pretty vegetables to himself. Obviously, he didn't believe in sharing. Being worried about Mr. Man's soul, Brer Rabbit decided he'd make Mr. Man share. A few mornings after Mr. Man went to town, as he was leaving, his hollered to his daughter, Jancy, don't you let Brer Rabbit get in my green peas, you hear me? Yes, Daddy, she said. Brer Rabbit was hiding in the bushes listening. Soon as Mr. Man left, Brer Rabbit walked up to the little girl as bold as day. Ain't you Jancy? He asked. My daddy called me Jancy. What your daddy calls you? Well, my daddy's dead, but when he was living, he called me Billy Maloney. I passed your daddy in the road and he said for me to come tell you to give me some sparrow grass. Janny had been warned against Brer Rabbit, but not Billy Malone, so she opened the gate and led Brer Rabbit into the garden. Brer Rabbit got as much sparrow grass as he could carry and left. Mr. Man came back and saw that somebody had been in his garden. I was just trying to fix the camera, okay. He asked Janny about it. She told him that Billy Maloney said it was all right for him to go in and get some sparrow grass. Mr. Man knew something was up but didn't say anything. Next morning, when he got ready to go, he told Janny to keep an eye out for Brer Rabbit and not let anybody get his sparrow grass. So what is sparrow grass? Is that just grass? When Mr. Man was out of sight, Brer Rabbit come walking down the road and greeted the little girl, bowing like a real gentleman. I saw your daddy just now. He said I couldn't have no sparrow grass today, but it would be all right if I helped myself to the English peas. The little girl opened the gate and Brer Rabbit made off with enough English peas to feed all of England. When Mr. Man came back, his pea vines looked like a storm had hit them, and he was hot. Who's been in my peas? He asked his daughter. Mr. Billy Malone. What does Billy Malone look like? He got big ears, bobtail, Daddy. Mr. Man didn't have a bit of trouble recognizing that description. He fixed the box trap and set it in the garden among the peanuts. The next morning he told Jancy, now, whatever you do today, don't let nobody have any sparrow grass and don't let them get any more English peas, the few I got left. Soon as Mr. Man was out of sight, here comes Brer Rabbit. He bowed low and said, good morning, Miss Jancy. I met your daddy down the road there, and he said I can't have no more sparrow grass or English peas, but to help myself to the peanuts. Janny led him in the garden. Brer Rabbit headed straight for the peanut patch, where he stripped the string and the box fell right on top of him. He was caught and he knew it. Wasn't long before Mr. Man came back. He went to the peanut patch and saw the overturned box. He stooped down, peered through the slats, and saw Brer Rabbit inside, quivering. Mr. Man whooped, yes, sir, I got you this time, you devil, I got you. And when I get through with you, ain't gonna be nothing left. I'm gonna carry you in my pocket and wear your fur on my head. Words like that always put a chill up and down Brer Rabbit's spine. Mr. Man, I know I done wrong. Oh. And I guess this is the picture of Mr. Man catching the Brer Rabbit. Okay, so that was that picture. So what was... Mr. Man, I know I was wrong, and if you let me go, I promise I'll stay away from your garden. You're gonna stay away from my garden if I don't let you go too. I got to go to the house to get my butcher knife. Mr. Man went to the house, but he forgot to close the garden gate behind him. Brer Fox came down the road, seeing the open gate, took an invitation and walked on it. He heard something hollering and making a loud racket. He wandered around until he found the noise coming from underneath the box. What the dickens is that? He asked. Brer Rabbit would have known that voice anywhere. Run, Brer Fox, run. Get out of here right now if you care about your life. What's wrong, Brer Rabbit? Mr. Man trapped me in here and is making me eat lamb. I'm about to bust right open. I done ate so much lamb. Brer Fox wasn't thinking about running. How's the lamb? It tastes good at first, but enough is enough, and too much is plenty. You better get out of here before he catches you. Brer Fox wasn't running anywhere. I like lamb, Brer Rabbit. He took the box off Brer Rabbit. He put the box over me. Brer Rabbit did so gladly and decided not to wait around for the next chapter. The story don't say what happened to Brer Fox. Brer Rabbit took care of himself. Now it's up to Brer Fox to take care of himself. That's the name of that tune. So the next one's called Brer Possum Hears the Singing. So there's like little passages, like at each, like I guess this is the start of another chapter here. Maybe I'll read one more for you guys. The Cradle Didn't Rock. Let me see. I'll try to get one from them. Oh, here's another picture. So this one looks like, what's this one called with this picture? Brer Wolf Gets in More Trouble. Let's see. I don't know which one to read next. I guess I'll read, this is like one of the last chapters here. I guess I'll read, okay. This one's called Brer Wolf, Brer Fox, and Little Rabbits. Brer Wolf and Brer Fox went to see Brer Rabbit one day. Wasn't nobody home except the little rabbits playing in the yard. Brer Wolf looked at them. They looked so plump and fat he was licking his chops without knowing he was doing it. Brer Wolf looked at Brer Fox and licked his chops again. Brer Fox looked at Brer Wolf and licked his, licked his chops too. They mighty fat, ain't they, said Brer Wolf. Brew Fox grins. Man, hush your mouth. The little rabbits kept on playing but began easing out of the yard. They kept their ears sharp though. Oh, by the way, I got this mug too, this Daisy Duck mug. I love Daisy Duck. She's like my favorite one. My favorite character, my favorite Disney character. I got this at the Disney store. Okay. Let's see. The little rabbits were still playing, but they knew everything was that was going on. Brew Wolf and Brew Fox decided that when Brew Rabbit got home, one of them would get him in a dispute about something or other, and the other one could catch the little rabbits. You best start talking, Brew Wolf. I'll coax the little rabbits. I get away with children, you know. You can't make a gourd out of a pumpkin. You know I ain't never been too good at talking. I can bite a whole lot better than I can talk. Then little rabbits don't need cooksing, they need grabbing. And I'm the man for that. You keep Brew Rabbit busy. I'll grab the little rabbits. Can we have some? Brew Rabbit pulled the stopper out and then licked the molasses off the bottom of it. After they've gotten their breath, they told him all about Brew Fox and Brew Wolf. Brew Rabbit chuckled so to himself. He picked up the jug and the little rabbit started home. When they were almost there, Brew Rabbit said, "Now you'll stay out of sight until I call you." Brew Rabbit started on home, and then Brew Fox and Brew Wolf were sitting on the front porch step, smiling. They had with the, I guess this is very southern country like type of talking, because they're talking very like different. Like I guess this is like a twang, I don't know. They said they'd howled with the Brew Rabbit and he howled with them. What you got in that jug there, Brew Rabbit? What you got in that jug? Brew Rabbit shook his head and looked real serious. He started talking to Brew Wolf about the weather or whatever, and Brew Fox took his chance to sneak off and grab the little rabbits. That's all right, Brew Rabbit. What is it? Brew Rabbit leaned close to Brew Wolf. Don't tell nobody. How'd you know? I know what I know. Let me have another hit on that, Brew Rabbit. Brew Rabbit shook his head. Don't know how you come to drink up that little thing I got when you can get some more for yourself. And the fresher it is, the better. How'd you know? I knows what I knows. Brew Wolf jumped up and started off after Brew Fox. When he got close, he made a grab for him. Brew Fox ducked and dodged and headed for the woods with Brew Wolf's hot breath on his tail. Now don't come asking me if Brew Wolf caught Brew Fox. That's all I can do to follow the tail when it's on the big road. Ain't no way I can keep up with them animals when they get to running through the woods. I don't know about you, but when I go in the woods, I got to know where I'm going. Okay, and that's it. That's the last one of that passage. And then the last one is called Brew Rabbit's Luck. Let's look at your last couple of paragraphs here. I told Brew Bear that the next time I saw you, I was going to take your measurements. So that's why I'm glad I ran into you today. Would you be so good as to uncoil yourself? Mr. Snake was feeling mighty proud now, and he stretched himself out like he was being judged in a contest. That's 1 foot, Brew Rabbit said, as he started measuring from the tail forward. 2 feet. There's Brew Bear's 3 feet, and I still got a ways to go. 4 feet. Brew Rabbit was at the head now, and just as he said 5 feet, that's what I told Brew Bear. He dropped the slip knot over Mr. Snake's head and pulled it tight. He dragged the snake over to Mammy Bammy Big Money, but when he got there, she had disappeared. Then he heard a voice from far off. If you get any more sense, you're gonna be the death of us all. Brew Rabbit felt all right now. He took the snake home, made snake stew, and used the snake as ointment for his limbs. He didn't need no oil for his head. Fact was, Brew Rabbit thought he might be better than ever. This is a really weird story. This is not how the ride is. This is a really weird story. So I've never really read this whole thing because I bought this in Disney World. I don't think I ever really read it. And then when I took it home, I think I didn't even open it. I don't even know why I even bought this. But it kind of seems like the whole story is kind of graphic. Like, it's kind of about, like you'd think it's a kid's story because it has, like, cute little animals in the front and it's Disney and stuff, but, like, it's actually really explicit. Like, they're talking about eating animals and killing them, and it's just very graphic and a very morbid story. Like, I don't know. This is not how the ride is. So if the ride was like this, I could understand why they would shut it down. But no, the ride is not like this. The ride is a lot of fun. It's cheerful. It's cute. And it's a lot of fun. And I wish the ride was still there. I really, really do. But this is the souvenir I got from the ride. I also got a t-shirt. I got a Splash Mountain t-shirt. I think I wanted once or twice on this channel. But yeah, I got a couple of souvenirs because it's my favorite ride. And I think I also got a keychain. But I don't know where that is now. I got like a keychain of like the log that you sit in the ride. There was like a keychain with the log and with the rabbit and the fox and the bear in like the log, and it was like a keychain, and I bought it, but I don't know where that is now. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. I hope you guys have a great night and a good night, and sleep tight. And I hope you guys enjoyed this story. And again, I'm gonna be doing this more often. I'm gonna pick different stories each time I do this. I have Harry Potter books, I have Lemony Snicket's The Series of Fortunate Events, I have a couple more Disney ones, and I have a few books that I had to read from school that I had to take home that I kept. So I have a lot of books. Do I read them? No, but I'll read them for you. Okay, I love you guys. And I'm just gonna sit here, finish my tea. Love tea. Especially before bed. It is so calming and relaxing. It's very tranquil. Tranquility. It's nothing but a good book and a good cup of tea to end the night. Okay, well, I love you guys, and I'll see you next one. Bye.